YouTube. It's like become the platform, right?
Right.
For anything and everything. Thoughts, travel vlogs. I even saw a parrot doing tricks the other day. Wild.
Endless content.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But you know what gets me really fired up? It's when those less heard voices get a chance to shine, those perspectives we don't always get to tune into.
Representation matters. Couldn't agree more.
Exactly. And that's the thread we're pulling on today. We're diving into how, and get this, autistic individuals are using AI, actual AI tools, to share their stories. Super cool stuff.
AI is really breaking new ground.
No kidding. Yeah. We dug into this article by, hang on, it was Cheapaba.
I've heard of them.
Yeah. They're all about making support for autism more accessible. Anyway, they had this super interesting take on using AI for like self-expression on YouTube. Not just the techie stuff, but the human side of it.
Right, because AI can often feel, I don't know, impersonal. This is different.
Totally. We always hear about AI writing code or making music, but this is about communication. Straight up. The article really hammered home that every autistic person, they've got their own unique story, right?
Absolutely.
And sharing those stories, that's powerful stuff. Not just for them, but for everyone who gets to listen and learn.
It normalizes those experiences, builds understanding, challenges stereotypes. So important.
100%. And the cool part is, the article doesn't just talk about why these voices matter, but how AI can actually help. They highlight 3 specific tools: NotebookLM, ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. I feel like that's everywhere right now.
For good reason. It's amazing, but we'll get there. And Invideo AI. Heard of these? Ring any bells?
Familiar with them, yeah. Each one brings something unique to the table.
Exactly. So let's break them down a bit. First up, NotebookLM. Picture this. It's like having a digital brainstorming buddy. One that actually helps you organize your thoughts and, get this, plan out your video content.
It can be a game changer, especially for people who process information differently.
Right, like for anyone who's ever stared at a blank screen, totally lost on how to structure their thoughts. It's like this weight off your shoulders.
Structure can be freeing.
Tell me about it. Then there's ChatGPT, like we were saying. It generates text, which, okay, maybe doesn't sound groundbreaking at first.
But it's how it does it.
Exactly. It's about nuance. Imagine having a killer story, but the words just aren't coming out right. ChatGPT can help smooth things out, find the right phrasing.
And it's important to remember, it's not about replacing your voice. It's giving you the tools to refine it. You know, make it even stronger.
It's like having a world-class editor in your back pocket, helping your message really hit home.
Exactly. Tech supporting authenticity. I love that.
Me too. Okay, so we've got these tools to wrangle our ideas, find the right words. But what about actually making the video? Editing can be a beast.
Oh, I hear you. That's where Invideo AI swoops in. It uses like templates and AI suggestions to make the whole process way less intimidating.
So even if you're totally new to video editing,
you can still create something amazing.
That's what I'm talking about. Less is more, right?
Yeah.
Make it easy, make it fun. That's the good stuff.
Totally. And, the article doesn't just drop the mic after the tech talk, actually lays out some solid advice for anyone, actually thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Like finding your niche, that's huge.
Yeah, it's not just about like being autistic, right? It's way more than that.
Yeah.
It's about what gets you going within that experience. What are you into? What stories are you just dying to tell people?
Exactly. Like, are you a baking whiz who also happens to be on the spectrum? Perfect. Sourdough bread, YouTube channel, let's go. Passionate about video games. Awesome. Share that with the world.
It's about like the Venn diagram of you.
Yeah.
Where you overlaps with your interests.
Find your people.
Yeah.
Your tribe, the ones who get it, Okay, but then there's the P word, planning. Sometimes that feels like way too rigid for my brain,
Oh, I feel you. But don't think of it as like this hardcore business plan. It's more like a loose roadmap just to guide your creativity. Like, what kind of videos are you picturing in your head? What's the message? What kind of impact do you want to have? Setting intentions, planting those seeds and seeing what pops up.
Exactly. And hey, remember, NotebookLM, our brainstormer buddy from earlier, that can be a lifesaver in this stage. Jot down your ideas, think about your audience. You're basically building the foundation for your channel.
Laying the groundwork.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, but then there's that moment. Hitting record for the first time. Gulp. Any tips for getting over those first-time jitters? Asking for a friend?
Oh, it's totally normal to feel those nerves, trust me. But remember, it doesn't have to be perfect right out the gate. YouTube's a marathon, not a sprint. You figure it out as you go. Yeah.
Right.
Each video, it's like you find your voice a little bit more.
So embrace the mess.
Yes. Experiment, make mistakes, Find your groove. And don't forget the audience. Chat with them in the comments. Ask questions. It's all part of the fun.
This has been so eye-opening. AI empowering autistic voices. NotebookLM, ChatGPT, even Invideo AI for the editing headaches. But it's bigger than just YouTube, isn't it? This feels like a much bigger conversation.
Oh, absolutely. It's about accessibility and its core, right?
Yeah.
Using these tools to level the playing field, everyone deserves a chance to share their story.
And the way we communicate, it's changing so fast. It's pretty exciting.
100%. And as AI gets more advanced, who knows what other barriers we can break down. This is just the first chapter, really. Inclusion, representation, technology, giving a voice to the unheard.
Love it. This deep dive, it's really got the wheels turning. So what's the takeaway? What can our listeners do right now if this resonated with them? Like today?
If you're feeling even a little spark, even a tiny one, don't ignore it. That could be the start of something amazing. Take a small step, even if it's just writing down an idea. Check out those AI tools we talked about. Just picture yourself sharing your passion. You'd be surprised what you could do when you set your mind to it.
Love that. Okay, but one final thought, just to really get people thinking. We've talked about how AI can amplify voices, right? But what about the voices that haven't even been discovered yet? Could AI help with that? I mean, it analyzes data, personalizes experiences. What if it could help us find untapped potential?
Wow, that's a really interesting thought. Like, think about it. There are people out there with incredible stories, with talents they haven't even fully realized yet, but maybe they don't fit the mold, or they haven't had the chance to shine.
Like AI could be this talent scout, right?
Yeah.
Not just amplifying what's already out there, but uncovering hidden gems.
And it goes beyond YouTube, too. Education, the workplace, communities that are often overlooked.
Okay, mind blown. This is huge. It's like we're so used to looking for potential in certain places, right?
Yeah.
But what if the real gold is hiding in plain sight? And we just need like a new lens to see it.
Exactly. And AI could be that lens. It's about challenging our assumptions, about being open to possibilities we might not have even imagined before.
This is blowing my mind. AI as this like talent scout for the future. Okay, I have chills. But seriously, this deep dive has been incredible. And if you're listening to this and something's clicking, if you're feeling that little nudge,
Don't ignore it.
seriously, don't let that fade away. This is your sign to explore, to play around with those AI tools, to find your own unique voice and share it with the world. You never know who needs to hear what you have to say.
Beautifully said. And on that note, keep those conversations going, keep exploring, keep creating. You got this.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
That's a wrap on this deep dive, everyone. Until next time.